At 4:30 a.m. on January 1st, 2018, my wife took her final breath and was pronounced dead. Over the previous 4 years, Lisa's heart had been structurally destroyed by amyloidosis. Imagine sand coursing through your bloodstream, one of her doctors told me. The disease was an offshoot of a primary illness, a rare blood cancer with a ridiculously long name, Waldenstrom macroglobulinemia. I was standing over Lisa, and at the moment her heart stopped, I suddenly had trouble breathing. Even though I had anticipated this event for 2 years, even though I was given a pretty accurate description of what would unfold in her final days, and even though I imagined I would be calm and even heroic when it finally happened, I was instead completely dumbfounded, shocked. I was gulping for air, and I found it hard to think straight. I was as far from heroic as one could imagine. At the immediate moment of death, Catholics cross themselves. Protestants may recite the Lord's Prayer or the 23rd Psalm. I am Jewish, and there is a very short Hebrew prayer that Jews are supposed to say out loud at this transitional moment. Baruch Dayan Ha'emet. Blessed is he, the true judge. Simple, to the point. I even had the prayer book open nearby in anticipation. Yet as hard as I tried, I could not read it. I struggled, but my brain simply wouldn't function, and the words I saw on the page would not come out of my mouth. This had never happened to me before. I really mangled it and then just gave up entirely. With enormous effort, I settled myself down to the point that I could breathe normally again, probably because I was suddenly faced with a multitude of new tasks, the first of which I dreaded most. I went into our daughter's room, woke Claire up, and told her it was all over. Her mother had just died. From the moment we found out Lisa was pregnant 20 years earlier, I felt an immediate sense of protection for this embryo, the likes of which I never felt before. That feeling never dissipated. Now, 20 years later, I could do nothing to protect my child from the greatest hurt of her life. I stayed in Claire's room for a long time, hugging her as she cried. Then I brought her into the bedroom, where I held her over the bed crying. Finally, I called the funeral home and waited for them to come and take Lisa away from us forever.